God. Is it away?
Good morning, everybody. Kate is shocked because I didn't wait for her. Hope you guys are doing all right. I just moved the carpet entirely because there's a table on top of it normally, and I don't have any hands to help. So we're going to get into it. Wherever you're joining me from, thanks for joining. If you have any questions or any specific parts of your body that you want to work on, put them in the comments there, and we'll make sure to tackle those together. Today, I thought we'd tackle a little bit more around the lower back of the hips, since that is often where people feel it when we're sitting all day. So we're going to take about 10 minutes, and we're just going to go through about a minute of each exercise. So if I forget to tell you what the timing is, you know roughly where you're at. So what we want to do first is start by getting our heart rate up a little bit, and we're going to take a classic warm-up from all of our sports. So just take a little bit of arm circles here, especially being that it's 9 a.m. and then I just woke up. I need a little bit of stiffness in my shoulders here. So we're going to start with some forward and then reverse circles, starting small and then getting bigger. Oh, and remember, we want to try to connect with our breath here. We want to start with some deep breaths in. Try to fill the back of your rib cage. And then let it all out. And we're going to do the same thing for our hips. So we're just going to do some little circles. I want you to pretend like you're drawing a circle with your knee. We're going to just take some small circles, take what's available to you. If you need to hang on to something like a chair, definitely encourage that. And again, deep breath starting down here in the stomach. Fill the back of your ribs. And then forcefully exhale, kind of like you're filling up a balloon or fogging up a mirror. People hear me say that a lot in class. We'll switch legs now, starting with some little circles like this. We're just coming from back to front. Getting bigger now. Try to lift the toes. Big breaths here. Biggest possible circles yet. Awesome. It looks like we've got a few followers today. Appreciate you guys joining me wherever you are. Would love to hear from you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a seat on the ground. We're going to go into tabletop position. We're going to work a little bit through our spine. So I'm going to have you guys start in child's pose. So we're going to have our hands walked out, toes tucked down to the ground. We're going to go ahead and sit our hips back as far as we can. Take a couple breaths here. Again, try to expand the ribs as much as you can in every direction. Up to the side and to the back of your body. And then we're going to fold forward up to an upward dog here. So we're going to do the opposite. We're going to lift our head, pull with every muscle in our back. Looking up tall at the ceiling. Letting the hips drop. And then we're going to start to do this in a bit more of a flow. So I'm going to tuck my chin down. Hold for one breath. And then come right back up. I'm going to really posture up here. Pull my shoulder blades back. And then I'm going to tuck my chin down. Curl my spine. Maybe help to tuck your toes up a little bit. So you have some balance. Try to sink the breath. Big exhale as you move. Just try to get small and kind of compact when you come down. And then I want to get really long and tall as I extend. Really good. All right, so hopefully your spine feels a bit better now. Now we're going to work on our hips a little bit. We're going to stay here on the ground. And we're just going to isolate a little bit of movement through the side of our leg. So I'm going to have you kick your leg out straight to the side if you can. If that's hard to access, you can just bend your knee a little bit more and keep it close to you. What we're going to do is we're going to try to lift that leg off the ground without moving our back too much. So a lot of us will kind of lift and go like this. We'll try to stay squared with the ground. Spread your hands out nice and wide. Try lifting that leg and hold it for 10 seconds. This is when things get a little bit spicy. Relax. Again, if that's too hard, you can just go like this. Keep the knee bent. pull it straight out to the side, and start with the ground. Either way, hold, deep breaths, and again, breath in, and we'll go one more, straight up to the side, pull with the side of your hip, feel your glute come alive here. Okay, on the same leg, we're going to turn those into some little circles again. So just like we practiced in the warm-up, start back, behind, and bring it around. Back, behind, bring it around. So now we're working the whole back side of the hip here. The idea is that if we sit all day, these muscles get fairly weak and a little bit stiff. So the idea is you want to strengthen them, spend a little bit more time under tension, and in fact, reverse the effects of sitting. Go a few more here. Do your best not to move your body. And around. All right. Notice my wrists, my arms are getting a little tired there, so shake them out if you need to. We'll do the same thing on the other side. I'll just show you from the front. So starting that left leg straight out, I find it helps if you sit back a little bit into your hips first, create a little bit of arch through your back, and then we want to lift that leg. Holding it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get the company of some sirens here in downtown Vancouver. Don't worry, you're not doing anything wrong. We're going to go back again. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do 2 more here. Try to stay flat. Remember, you can keep your knee bent if you need to. Feel a little bit of your abs working here to keep your back flat. And then, of course, the outside of your hip. Relax. We got 1 more here. Big breath out. All right. Let's turn it into some hip circles next. So we're going to come back behind us, out and around, lift the knee up, and then tuck back into the center. Back as high as you can go, out to the side as high as you can go, and just repeat that slowly. Trying not to let your body move too much. Think of this as an exploration of your hips here, your body. Not forcing anything, just working with what you have. Just pushing those limits just a little bit. Oh, really good. All right, we got 1 left here. Awesome job. All right, so we're gonna come on up, reference my plan. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna stand, we're gonna do a little dynamic flow. This is one of our favorites that we use in class, especially if we're doing like some sort of running or any sort of squats or lunges. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a really big step back, arms up to the side, or sorry, above us, and then I'm gonna grab onto my wrist and lean over the front leg. So in this case, my right arm leaning over, and then I'm gonna go ahead and place my hands down right on either side of my front foot. And I'm gonna try to tuck my chin and lift my hips to the ceiling. Big breath. So you're gonna feel that all through the hamstring. And then I'm gonna go feet together, other side. Big step back as long as you can. Arms grabbing, reaching over that front leg. And then I can even put my knee down, set my hands up, and then I'm gonna go raise the hips, tuck the chin. Feet together, big step back, grab the wrist, lean over that front leg, and then if your knee's already found its way down, tuck the chin, lift the hips, get really long through the back of your leg. If you feel that stretch right away, don't worry about lifting it too far, just do this. Either way, work with what you have, and keep that going for another 45 seconds. Usually hold each position for 1 breath. Somebody must really be in trouble out there. fire truck across the street, as it turns out. All right, sides. And big breath out. Oh, I love this one. Feels so good afterwards on the hips. You should hopefully find as you're doing this, you get a little more flexible, a little more pliable, able to access some of these ranges a little bit more. All right, finish up with that one. We have one left here. Thanks for sticking it out with me if you've been here this long. The last section, I like to get us strong, because again, we sit often throughout the day, so what we want to do is create a little bit more time where we spend under tension and try to get stronger in one area. And since we're focused on our hips today, we're going to get back to our tabletop position. We're going to keep kicking that leg straight back and lift that leg. I'm going to take my opposite arm and lift it to the ceiling. It's called a bird dog. So it's really good for your core and it works our glutes. So the way you're going to do it is you're going to start by taking a big breath in, slide that left leg right back and just float it off the ground as you breathe out. I'm going to take my right arm. I'm going to reach for the ceiling with my thumb. I'm going to hold here for the next 60 seconds. And I'm going to do my best to stay flat and stay tight to the body. Now all we're trying to do is just breathe really hard. In fairness, you might actually need to breathe hard because it's quite tough. Try to keep the heel close to the midline of the body. Toe pointing down towards the ground. Thumb reaching for the ceiling. Each out breath, let the abs corset around your spine. All of your core muscles contracting around the spine. All right. Again, if you need to shake out your wrists, I know it's a lot of time down on the ground, that's okay. We have one left and then we're going to be done for the day. So thanks for bearing with me. Hopefully this feels good. If it does, leave a comment, let me know what you like, what you didn't like. And we'll make sure to update for next time. So we're going to slide our right leg back this time. Straight out, float that off the ground, and then take that left arm to ear, and off we go. As we're going, can we shrug a little bit higher with that arm? Can we pull that heel just a touch higher, squeeze the butt a little bit more? That's it. Keep holding. Try to get just a touch higher. Last breath. All right. Well, hopefully you guys are feeling good at home. Thanks again for joining me. I really appreciate it. Again, if you have any feedback, if there's any you'd like me to focus on next time, let me know in the comments. And please share this with anybody you think would benefit from some movement throughout the day. Thanks again for joining me. My name is Nate, and we'll see you again soon.